Hi everybody, welcome to Cooking with Nana. Today I'm going to be cooking me a meatloaf, homemade macaroni and cheese, fried cabbage, and corn muffins. Like my grandson says, I want some real food. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to use a red onion. I have a green bell pepper, red bell pepper, and I'm going to be chopping up some celery. So let me get into it. So this is for my meatloaf, my vegetables for the meatloaf. So I'm going to get these chopped up and I'll be back with you. Okay, so I have my onions chopped up, which is a whole red onion, like a medium size, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, celery, and over here I have some whole garlic. I only use 2 cloves, and I got egg, and now I'm about to prepare the meatloaf. I have about 2 pounds of ground beef, so I'm about to prepare the meatloaf now. So I'm getting it open, dumping it in the pot. Normally I use gloves, or I don't know what happened to that big bowl I had. I must have let my daughter borrow it. So anyway, just trying to get the meat crumbled up so I could start putting the ingredients in. This is the hamburger meat. Okay, so I'm about to pour in my vegetables. All these vegetables. This is going to be a really good meatloaf for me. Oops, got some. Drop some on the sides a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Whew. So I'm adding some ground black pepper. A little bit of accent. A little bit of garlic powder. It's only going to be like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon because I got that whole garlic in there. And I'm going to I'm going to put some breadcrumbs in here. Some breadcrumbs. And 1 egg. Now I'm going to get that stirred up. I'm stirring this all up. Slowly adding a half a can of tomato sauce. Get it all mixed up. Okay, so I'm adding seasoning salt. And I'm about to mix this all up and make me like a nice little circle. So I got my meatloaf all nice and shaped. Now I'm about to get it in the oven, guys. See you when it's done. Okay, got my pot on because I'm about to make some homemade macaroni and cheese. Once this water starts boiling, I will drop the noodles down in it with about a teaspoon or tablespoon of salt. So now, I got my noodles boiling. I'm about to add macaroni and cheese to it because you know your noodles have to be boiling. Adding my macaroni and cheese to that boiling water. Can you hand me a spoon or fork so I can stir it for a second?
Bam.
Okay, about to stir it up so it continue to boil. You see that?
What is she doing in there, baby? She torturing you?
Seems like as soon as I poured the noodles in there, the water stopped boiling. But anyway, it was boiling. You seen it. So, got the water boiling. The meatloaf is in the oven cooking at 350 degrees. Now I'm about to grate my cheese, and I'm going to make a cheese sauce.
I'm going to cook that food for you, Suckerbutt.
Okay, so the cheese I'm going to be using is sharp cheddar. I have 2 bricks of sharp cheddar, 8-ounce packages, and I have 1 package of Monterey Coby cheese. That's the white and orange cheese, and that's an 8-ounce. So altogether 24 ounces of cheese that I'm going to be grating for the macaroni and cheese. Each of them is 8 ounces a piece. See you in a minute. Okay, so I added a cup and a half of milk in the saucepan. I'm about to add some mozzarella cheese because this is going to be my sauce for my macaroni and cheese. This mozzarella. Then I'm going to add some sharp cheddar. I just cut it into some cubes. About, I want to say a half of that 8-ounce pack. This is gonna be my cheese sauce. So get that to go in and cooking. Once that start melting down, you know you gotta constantly stir it so it don't burn at the bottom. Okay, so my macaroni noodles are still cooking. You know they're boiling, so we're gonna be preparing this in a minute, guys. My cheese sauce is coming together. This is the cheese sauce for my macaroni and cheese. And I just added just a little bit of salt, like a half a teaspoon of salt, and some black pepper, just to give it a little more flavor. And just stirring it up, you know, till all the cheese melt. This is going to be the sauce for the macaroni and cheese, which was some sharp cheddar cheese cut into cubes, 1.5 cups of milk, a little mozzarella cheese. We're just getting it melted down and stirred up pretty good. My noodles are done for the macaroni and cheese, so I'm about to put some noodles in the pan. This is not going to be a very big macaroni and cheese, guys, but I'm adding noodles in this. I have an aluminum pan right here that I'm adding the noodles in. So to my noodles, I added black pepper, a little salt, and some seasoning salt. Let me get it all stirred up. Okay, I added some cheese sauce and stirred it up. Now I'm gonna spread some of my cheese over it. Okay, so I layered the macaroni and cheese and add all my sauces to it. So now I'm about to put it in the oven to bake. And I'm going to put that in the oven with the meatloaf. And I'm baking probably about, considering I use a lot of milk and it's really just melting the cheese, probably about 40 minutes. Okay. Okay, so I got the macaroni and cheese all covered up. You know, this is what it looks like. I'm baking in the oven about 40 minutes to an hour. And then, really about 40 minutes to an hour. Okay, see you back. Okay, so cutting my cabbage up because I'm going to have fried cabbage. And you know, you just fry that a little bit in a pan. And then you let it steam the rest of the way. Okay, so okay, guys, so I'm getting ready to do my fried cabbage. I got some bacon in there cooking. I'm getting that to sizzle up a little bit, and some onions. And once it really starts cooking well, then I'm going to add my cabbage right here in it, and I'll see you back. Okay, meatloaf looking good. I'm about to add a half a can of tomato sauce on top, and back in the oven it goes. I'm gonna spread that around. Man, hand me a fork. Okay, so I put some tomato sauce on top of the meatloaf. This is just going to give it a little more flavor. And I'm about to let the rest of this bake in the oven without the top on it. And this is the meatloaf. Bacon and onions started cooking some, so I added a teaspoon of olive oil to that also. So now I'm adding my cabbage, and this is going to be fried cabbage. A pinch of salt to the cabbage. I already put some garlic powder in there, so it's cooking. You hear it? Got the bacon in there. I got the onions in there, you know, for the flavor. This is going to be a nice little flavor. I want to fry it just a little bit more before I add just a little bit of water, and I'm probably going to add less than half a cup because, you know, cabbage pretty much makes its own juice, but I want it to steam just a little bit. Okay, guys, I have some Jiffy cornbread mix. I'm about to incorporate this. So this is going to be for our corn muffins. And you know, it's 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk. So once I get this all mixed up, I'll see you guys back at the stove.
In a jiffy.
In a jiffy. Okay, guys, my cabbage is cooking. Everything's incorporated. I add a little accent, Got that bacon in there for some flavor. I've added some onions, black pepper, and a little bit of salt. I'm just going to let this cook for about another 2 or 3 minutes and cut it off. It looks good. It smells good. Cabbage, fried cabbage. Okay, guys, it's the meatloaf and macaroni and cheese. Almost done. Then I got the cabbage right here. This is already done. I'm getting ready to put in my corn muffin. Okay, guys, my dinner is done. My macaroni and cheese, my meatloaf, my corn muffins, and my cabbage. Time to plate some up, guys. All finished, guys. Time to eat. Oh, I'm so famished. Thank you for watching Cooking with Nana. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. Have a nice night.